Though we are following major developments in the war on Ukraine, a 6-year-old boy and his mother were among at least 6 people killed in the latest barrage of Russian attacks on Ukraine's capital. President Volodymyr Zelensky says Kiev was pummeled by more than 300 Russian drones and missiles. Overnight, scores of people were injured as authorities reported 27 impact sites, including this 9-story apartment building, which took a direct hit. Emergency crews pulled this man out alive from underneath the rubble as they continue what is a frantic search for survivors. Well, CNN's Nick Payton-Walsh joining us live from eastern Ukraine. Nick, Russia's been making sort of piecemeal advances to a degree for months on the front lines. Its summer offensive now does appear to be shifting into higher gear, and I've heard you talk about this, of course, over the past weeks. Just get us bang up to date on what you see and what you hear at this point.
Yeah, I mean, the overnight assault on Kiev, an example, Ukrainian officials saying of those 300 drones being essentially targeted to one space to try and overwhelm the capital's air defences, and that apartment block where so many of the dead hailed from that 6-year-old boy dying in the ambulance as they tried to whisk him to hospital. Casualties across the country, and we're just hearing, in fact, in the last hours, a daylight strike on the eastern city of Kramatorsk, a focus of so much Ukrainian military activity. A lot of their infantry soldiers based out of there trying to hold back Russia's advances. One killed in a strike on a 5-story building, frankly leveled their huge devastation. Part of Russia's increasingly strategic gains along that eastern front line, Pokrovsk, where they're close to encircling forces that have held off a months-long assault by Moscow. Konstantinivka, too, under similar threat. Chasiv Yar, to the north of Konstantinivka, a high-ground town fought for by Russia for, well, almost a year plus now. Russia now claiming to have taken it. That disputed by Ukrainian officials and analysts who suggest that the flag-raising we've seen may in fact be in a different part of the area there. But persistent progress, not just reported, but visible from Russia too, and we saw quite how that looks when it comes to the saturation of attack drones around Pokrovsk when we worked in the last few days.
After dusk, the war has fallen silent, but got deadlier. This tiny military medical unit near the town of Pokrovsk, which Russia is close to encircling, is waiting for patients.
Where are you, mate?
In total darkness and quiet, just for survival. That bright light, we're told, is a Russian spotter drone, and look at how their other attack drones riddle the dark. The first warning is gunfire. Ukrainians aiming at Russian drones.
We just have to keep every kind of light source or heat source indoors in case Russian drones are passing overhead, and that makes it impossible, frankly, to go outside for this unit to welcome in the wounded. Instead, listening to the eerie noises in the dark, trying to work out what's a threat and what's not. But imagine how hard it must be for those actually at the front lines trying to bring wounded out with constant drones above them.
Well, that one landed so close. You can actually smell the explosive now in the night air.
The medics tell us this is a quiet night in the skies, but no injured here is no relief.
The fact that you haven't had patients tonight isn't necessarily a good thing. It might mean they can't get out.
Yes, it's true, because очень часто нам сообщают, что есть, к примеру, раненые, да, но затруднена эвакуация. Либо, к примеру, за ними могла поехать машина, и она была бы подбита, как я говорил. Потому что даже бронированная техника не гарантирует то, что будет произведена своевременная эвакуация.
Dawn is when the injured usually come, when the changing light disrupts drone cameras. But the only patients? 6 men with suspected concussion after their vehicle was hit by a drone on the road, who drove straight here. Some of the badly wounded trapped, as this video shows. Ukrainian wounded evacuated here 2 days earlier by police from the front line. Their injuries infected after the long wait. Daylight doesn't stop the hunt. We rush to our car to leave. But there's a problem.
Drone.
2 elderly locals hear the noise. One runs and the other braves it out.
So our car won't start, and we've just noticed locals running away from a drone, and so we're trying to get out of here as quickly as we can.
Our vehicle is under a tree, but SUVs are a priority target. We manage to go. The need to leave when you have to abandon your life is constantly creeping up on people here. This is Dobropilya, where yesterday the normal bus service ran, but today it's cancelled and the way out is with the police in an armoured van. The drones closing in fast. Katya explains she and her baby son truly have nowhere to go, no plan for what's next. It's happened that fast. Days before, Russian drones struck many civilian targets like this coffee shop. But every day, the map of where police can go is changing. This is Belitske, aflame, Russian troops on its edges. Police taking out those who, like many here, simply didn't see things changing so fast. As they leave, they use this device to intercept Russian drone signals and recognize that one is flying above the same road they are on. But the escape options are shrinking. Ukraine normally catches Moscow off guard, but now Russia's summer offensive is shifting the ground beneath their feet, perhaps irreversibly.
And Becky, that's the point really about what we've been seeing over the past weeks. The incremental slow gains that have been of little consequence have now built into something that is clearly changing Russia's control and progress on the front line and improving its strategic situation. Whether they've taken Chasiv Yar as they claim today or not, we're going to, I think, hear more claims and possibly more reality of Russian progress in the days or weeks ahead. It is beginning to take significant effect. Becky?
It's good to have you, Nick. Thank you very much indeed.